Hey guys, it's Willow from Peace Transmissions. I keep getting nagged to talk about this subject and a little bit about this book, so I thought I'd jump on and do a little voice recording for you guys today. So, the topic is why people are assholes. And I'm using teachings from the book, The Celestine Prophecy, to talk about this. This book is written by James Redfield. This copy I have here is really old. It was published in 1993. It's a really old book. I'll give you a little bit of the description. I really loved this book, so I highly recommend it. In the rainforests of Peru, an ancient manuscript has been discovered. Within its pages are 9 key insights into life itself. Insights each human being is predicted to grasp sequentially, one insight, then another, as we move toward a completely spiritual culture on Earth. So it was a really fast read for me, a really cool adventure of this guy going through and looking for all of these manuscripts while he's getting chased by people who don't want them to find them. So, and as I was going through all of these lessons he was learning, I remembered where I was and how I learned each of these insights from life. And one of my favorite ones is I believe, let me see, there's a chapter in here called The Struggle of Power, or The Struggle for Power. I believe that's where they talk about it. And they talk about these 4 control drama styles. So the controlled drama styles are ways that we basically harvest energy from other people or steal or take other people's energy. So, and my coaches have talked a lot about this, and one in particular talks about the lack matrix and how we're in this war paradigm, and we have been for thousands of years, where we're told that there's not enough. And so we have to fight over what we have, and that we have to battle it out, and there's not going to be enough. And it's all a lie. I mean, if we look around, there's food growing everywhere. There's abundance. There's plenty to go around. It's just not really distributed well, right? So this war paradigm keeps us in conflict, and these control drama styles are the ways that we gain other people's energy, or we kind of gain power over them, essentially, energetically. And so I'm doing these off memory, so forgive me if I'm misquoting or misrepresenting this book at all. This is just what I remember from reading it years ago, so I haven't kind of recapped on it yet. And so I'm going over these in no particular order. One of them is Interrogator. So Interrogator is when you ask a bunch of questions until you find something that's a problem or something that's wrong, and then you talk about the thing that's wrong and try to solve it. And so this is what I do in my coaching business. And for many years, coaching personal trainers and being a personal trainer, I used to manage groups of 50 personal trainers, and it was a lot of dynamics with different people and their personalities and finding out what's motivating people, why are they doing things. And so you're asking a lot of questions, right? You're asking, looking for barriers in getting to these people's goals. So you're problem solving. And one of the things I noticed about myself over time, I'm like, oh my God, this is so annoying, because when you like problem solving, then you attract really complex problems sometimes, or you attract a lot of problems sometimes, because you're getting value, you're gaining energy from solving this puzzle, from solving this problem. So that's how you're receiving this energy flow coming in. So the next control drama style would be Intimidator. Now, intimidators are going to make themselves appear larger, or kind of get aggressive or louder to gain energy from other people. So as we've seen, if somebody yells or raises their voice or kind of stands and towers over you, then it makes you feel like you shrink down a little bit. So they're taking some of your energy by doing that. So we see this sometimes in leadership, where people are just screaming and yelling, and we see it with parents and children. We see a lot of these styles with Interrogator as well, with parents and children. So the next one will be playing a victim or kind of poor me. And so that one is just kind of like, nothing works out for me. Why even try? I tried this and that, or, this person was mean to me and this and that. And so they're constantly stuck in this victim mentality. And the way that they gain energy from other people through that is by people wanting to support them, people wanting to help them. That's my kitty Dar saying hello. People wanting to support and give them resources, or feeling bad for them and giving them their energy. So that is the way that this victim mentality is going to receive energy. The last one will be playing aloof or playing dumb. So this person kind of like, I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. Or they're acting like they don't know what's going on. Things like that. And then it's like, oh, let me teach you. So that's how they gain energy from other people. Let me show you. Oh, here, let me help you. Similar to the victim. So think about these as I'm talking about. And we have just to recap again, the interrogator, which asks a lot of questions to find problems. The intimidator that gets loud or aggressive. The victim and poor me. They get other people to feel bad for them. And then the playing dumb, getting other people to help them or do things for them. So ask yourself, or, see if any of these resonate with you, because that is actually the first step to starting to let go of these patterns. And that's what I talk about in my Patreon membership and in my sessions with clients, where we go to the next level, which is we don't have to actually be in competition with energy for people, with people and their energy. We source our energy from God, creator, source consciousness, and it comes through our bodies, and it's kind of like spilling out of us everywhere. So we're sourcing our energy from a different space, and it's an infinite energy source. So it can be shared with everybody instead of feeling like we're in competition. So if you're interested in getting to that level, go ahead and click the link for my Patreon membership, and you can join us there. And I love the Celestine Prophecy too. I highly recommend it, just to learn about all these different insights. And it just helps you understand more about why people do the things that they do. And when you think about, if we're in competition with energy like this is why even I see this on the road and stuff like that. And it's so funny because I had this big I felt like I broke a program recently. So a lot of times, I'm on the road with these big trucks in my little car, and these big trucks all intimidating, just like speeding around. And the other day recently when I was driving, I remember pulling onto the freeway, and I was getting onto the freeway. There was a slower truck in front of me, and I wanted to move over into the left lane that was next to me. And I, had that thought, and I noticed there's one of those big trucks that was coming kind of in the left lane behind on the other side. And I had this moment where I felt the competition, it was like he sensed that I wanted to get over, and I saw him there, and I had this it was kind of like a little energetic tantrum that I just exploded my energy out, and I said, let me in. And I just energetically kind of threw a little fit, like, dude, why are you intimidating a woman in a tiny car? Like, you think you're a badass? Like, why are you doing that? Oh, good job, buddy. You're faster than this car. Like, how's your dating life? I just thought, if this guy is operating in this way where he's just taking advantage of, let me just speed around and be a dick, why are people doing this, right? So I had this tantrum, let me in. And it was funny because right as I exploded that out, I heard him take his foot off the gas, and I just swooped in and I was able to go around. And it was just so, it felt like a program broke, because many thousands of other times I've been in that space where the dick in the truck just drives around and speeds past with his loud engine and takes advantage of the moment. And again, not being a gentleman, not being courteous, just doing his thing. And why are we in such competition like this? Well, this is why. Because, oh, if I can get around this person, then I can feel, oh, I get a little bit more energy. So I just keep choosing to not do this anymore. And I keep choosing something different. And it's fun. It's fun to see the people responding to me in this way, where I'm having this like, no, we're not doing war anymore. We're not going to do this. We're not going to compete. Let's just like work in with each other. So the first step is figuring out, which one of these control drama styles am I doing right now, and just starting to recognize it. I was in a really long conversation recently, and this person was trying to get a point across, and they went from interrogator to intimidator to interrogator to intimidator to louder intimidator, and then at the very end nothing worked, and they got frustrated and cried and did the poor me victim. It was so interesting to watch, because after recognizing all these styles, you can see how people flip and they try. One style isn't working, the other style isn't working, and so you can see and then it was complete meltdown after that. So it's interesting to watch, and if we can identify where we are and where we're starting from, then we can be not so much at the effect of it. And again, if you're looking for more insights on how can I actually source my energy from creator, how can I source my energy from a different space so that I don't feel like I'm in competition, go ahead and join us in the Patreon link that should be somewhere in this video as well. I'm looking through to see if I can find... There's a part where they talk about this new earth in here. And gosh, it'd be really cool if I can find, maybe if I can find this, I'll do a separate recording and read it on that. But it talks about a new earth where we're not competing over energy anymore. And I'm totally excited. It sounds like the rest of the other new earth discussions that we're having anyway. So anyway, I hope this is helpful to you guys, and please comment and let me know if you can recognize any of these styles in yourself, and I will talk to you guys soon.